Guys, welcome to the Man United Agenda. What a game. Fantastic. I'm joined by Stuart and Brush, and we're going in. So take your time, you put your feet up, guys, and get the comments coming in because we're going in on this one. What an epic, epic, epic game. 2-2, just like 99. Wow, we big up everyone watching. I'm glad you joined us. I hope everyone got to see the game. That was fantastic. One of the best games I've seen ever. I'm going to put it out there right now. Stuart Marshall, welcome back, man. Haven't seen you for a while, but what a time to arrive back on the show when you're buzzing. I can see your dimples and all that. You must be buzzing right now.
Incredible game, mate. Incredible game. Pretty gay we didn't win, but there you go. We're doing it next week at Old Trafford. Not a problem.
Love to hear that. And welcome back, Brush, man. Love having you on. Yeah, just a little intro, man. I mean, how are you feeling right now? It's like half an hour, 40 minutes after the game. Are you buzzing from that?
Listen, what a game. Very stressful end for us, for those of us that are invested as fans. For the neutrals, I'm sure they were loving it. But yeah, this is a big European tie. This is what it's all about.
No doubt. Just want to go through a few comments, of course. Eddie saying, what a game, bang like that. Rash Bappe, he always says, keeps going. Wow, big up Man United Agenda and all in place. Let us know what you think, Eddie, because we're here to talk, man. We've got plenty of time. MUST Realist is saying a draw is a good result. They just don't know what will hit them at Old Trafford. No Pedri, no Pastor Fred, sorry, dropped his shoulder. Rashford is the mental man. And we're getting Qatar owners. Gas me up. So he's very, very excited. Big up Zoe. She's saying 1-0 to Rashford over Lewandowski. Big up to Bilal saying I'm confident of us beating at Old Trafford. And what a game, says DN Vlogs. We should have won, no doubt. Egdar saying we should have finished them at Barca. Don't look that great. Bill Badger, what's up, people? Feels like a loss. We should have beat them. Saying hi, guys. Sorry, says Edgar. Hi, Monday and the guys. Wow. Rashford destroyed Barca's defense. Frankie de Jong can kiss my pale white the Irishman. And Mr. B, if you watched the watch along, Mr. B and his son, I wasn't able to watch it, Mr. B, but I will go and see the energy that you giving you and your boy and Red Bull as well. Still buzzing every game of football. Wow, says Ronick. Eric Ten Hag on the stream. Yes, it's Eric Ten Hag crossed with Yapstam and a few others as well. All right, big up. And Ronick is saying great game, but we got suckered at the end. We need to finish them proper at Old Trafford. Wow, the guys, I'm just going to talk now. Let's get into this. Because this is massive. 12 in the comments. Keep pressing the like button for us. Starting lineup and shape. Any issues with starting lineup? Should we go through the starting lineup? Read it out one at a time. De Gea in goal. Give me the defence there, Stuart. Who's in defence?
So we had Shaw, Malacia, Varane.
Wan-Bissaka.
I thought Wan-Bissaka played very well, actually. I mean, a bit shaky.
We talk about performances there, but let's talk about the starting lineup and who availability.
Fred, Bruno, Casemiro.
All right, give Brush the forward line. Well, what we had up front. So Weghorst and Rashford as well. Brush
and Sancho.
So Brush, talk to me about. It's not a normals formation we played. We've sort of seen a different role by a couple of players there. Do you want to go into that?
Yeah, Weghorst sort of dropped into the 10, played a bit deeper. We got to see a little bit of it at the weekend against Leeds, but obviously against Barcelona, it's a different kettle of fish entirely.
And Stuart, anything to add to that about how we played and how we set up? Do you think that's out of respect for Barcelona? Massive pitch out there, isn't it?
Well, I mean, to have 16 attempts at goal in the new camp, I know we've never won there, but to have 16 attempts, and every time we went forward, we looked like we were going to score. So, fair play. I mean, there's a lot of people on social media absolutely slating Weghorst. He works his socks off, Omondi. Fair play to him. He's a decent player.
What do you think about him dropping deeper, not being the last man line of defense, last attacker, on the last line of defense?
I think it worked perfectly well, to be honest with you, Omondi.
You guys, did you see that prior to this? Didn't we see that in the last game when he sort of dropped in minutes to go? He played. Who do we play last game? I'm getting so confused.
Leeds.
Against Leeds, didn't we see that happen towards the end where he dropped in quite deep?
Yeah, I thought it was a bit of a masterstroke against Leeds, but like I say, this is a different kettle of fish altogether. So yeah, interesting tactically. I'm actually sat here disappointed, Amondi, and that says something.
Yeah.
To go to the new camp and to be sat here disappointed. Like before the game started, if you told me, I would have taken a 2-2 draw.
Well, you're saying we're disappointed, but we're going to talk about the performance now. And this means I'm going to include the first half, second half, anything we can remember from the game. So we know how we set up, and we were quite narrow, I think, and really compact because they can just play through you with this massive pitch. And I think we were set up to sort of hit them with ping balls in behind, a narrow back forward. There's so much space available, and I think they didn't realise how good some of our players are and how well drilled we are as well. So I think we got their respect, no doubt about that. All right, let's go to the first half. I'm talking about pressing traps on them. It was the first half was full of action. I mean, you can go through it. Let's talk about Rashi getting played in. No, let's talk about Bruno playing in Weghorst in the 27th minute. In the middle of the park, he had time. There's no one around him. He could have played it wide. But Weghorst, from his deeper role, ran through the middle, and Bruno picked him out, didn't he, Stuart?
Yeah, but if Weghorst is not an out-and-out goal scorer, we know that. But if we had a Harry Kane, Osimhen, someone like that, even Rashford would have buried it on Monday, really would have. But there you go. It is what it is.
Brush, you want to talk about that chance? What about the keeper? The keeper's fantastic, isn't he? He came out, made himself big.
Yeah, Ter Stegen did his thing, but I mean, obviously, if he had just picked a side, I reckon that would have been a goal all day. The last place you wanted to put it was down the middle, and like you say, he had a lot of time and space as well. A wonderful ball in. I thought he did well to stay on side. That could be due to a lack of pace, but he was there at the right place at the right time. It's just a shame about the finish, really.
Well, I think he hit on target, hit at the keeper's legs. Keeper came out, closed down the space, and with his weaker foot as well, left foot. I mean, you were saying, Stuart, that Weghorst gets pelters. You just said there he doesn't score many goals, but in a position like that, you would expect. I heard the commentator say a Man United player should be scoring that. I mean, are you going to go in on him on that, or do you think it's still just a good save?
It's what it is. Look, they're all human beings at the end of the day on Monday, but yes, he should have scored it. He's paid to score goals. But he's not an out-and-out striker, is he? He's not going to get you 20, 25 goals a season like Rashford. But he does so much work off the ball, which is obviously a lot of people don't see. And he did that tonight.
Most certainly. Let's talk about the second chance. I mean, we're sort of setting traps for them, pressing traps. Frankie de Jong especially, every time he tried to turn out of trouble, there's 3 or 4 players to munch him up like Pac-Man. I really love that. Let's talk about Sancho. Sancho played... he got a lot of time and space to do his little thing and get that respect. And he got it on the left-hand side, played it into Rashford. And Rashford's first touch got it into the box. And he tried to sort of shape his body around to hit at the keeper. And once again, the keeper made a great save. Stuart, once again, talk to me about that chance, because it was a good chance again.
It was a good chance. They cleared it in the end, didn't they? I think it went for a throw. But yeah, again, could he have scored? I don't know. It was a difficult chance, Amondi. Difficult chance. Especially at the Nou Camp.
What do you think about all the space, though, created there from Sancho to play it in? Do you think the players were like a bit shocked, their Brush, by having opportunities like that and being on top of them? Before the game, when you see that stadium, you get nerves, don't you? But suddenly, they're getting opportunities.
It's such a big stadium as well. We went there with no fear, and you could tell that in the boys today. We took the game to them, and it was beautiful to see. And
Rashford's confidence wasn't surely not dented by that chance. He got it on target. It was going in, but that's another good save. And these are 2 chances in the first half where Barca really were trying to look for opportunities and weren't really coming. We've been great at restricting teams of playing through us in a way, haven't we? Wan-Bissaka plays in Bruno down the right. Wan-Bissaka gets played in by Bruno down the right, cut back for Rashford. Rashford at the penalty spot just got cut off by the defender. He's about to blaze that home as well. This is all in the first half, guys. Anything else you want to add about first half chances or opportunities and how we played?
Wan-Bissaka was a highlight for me.
Talk to me.
At both ends of the field, just quite astute at keeping his man quiet and getting involved and making those forward runs, whipping balls in. It's stuff that we never used to see in his game. And yeah, I was quite impressed with him. So
he was able to raid. I mean, a couple of times he sort of pushed and went. Stuart, do you agree with Brush about Wan-Bissaka in the first half?
Oh, 100%. I mean,
cut the ball back a few times.
the first 10, 15 minutes, he looked a bit out. They were getting a lot of space out wide on the left. But as soon as he got into the game, 100%, he was outstanding again, Wan-Bissaka. But this is the Ten Hag effect, isn't it? Some of these lesser players who we were all slagging off last season, myself included, come on so much, Omondi.
Certainly. Oops. Okay. We've got a dog barking. It's all so much excitement in this household at the moment. Let's go through a few comments and let's answer some of these comments as well. We've got here Rich Sports saying Barca lucky that we gave them a couple. No freebies at Old Trafford, hopefully. FC Columns saying here they really do. I want to hear why they think we need a new goalkeeper. So here's the issue about De Gea. I do think that there's a few question marks. Zoe saying Rashford showed he's top 3 in the world right now. Should we touch it? Do you agree? Top 3 in the world?
100%. 100%.
On form, he's definitely in that conversation.
Yeah.
Do you think they would have been worried about him pre-match with all that spacing behind and that? And
most definitely. I mean, when I was looking at their squad, Omondi, I thought the defense was the weakest part of their squad.
Their defense is very poor. Very poor.
Just to add, I think they played. They got 2 centre backs basically playing that right back. They mixed up. Do you think they made a mistake by thinking Rashford would be playing wide left?
Oh, big time.
So they're trying to neutralise Rashford from the left with a big, whether it's Koundé or the Uruguayan guy, and suddenly he's playing down the middle and on the last man. Scary times for them. But yeah, he's looking good. Veghorst is better midfielder than Scott McTominay, says Bilal. And we're winning, says Emma, in the next round. 17 in chat. Make sure you press the like button, guys. I think right now Marcus Rashford is playing at a young Ronaldo level. That's from Zoe Media House. No big ups for Rashford. Bill Badio saying here, someone in the chat last night, bigging up Barca and their defence. The Uruguayan was bang average, like I said. And Koundé's bloody terrible, always getting caught high up, just like he did at Seville. Emma's saying here, he's looking like when he got into the team at 18, playing with freedom, no fear. And man, Koundé could have been off. Barca fans were saying so much that the ref should have given them a pen. He's biased towards us. We're going to go into that as well. Just to touch on this one before we go in, we'll do player ratings, but Fred setting the tone with the assist and first goal as well. First half, it was 0-0, wasn't it, guys? How did you feel? How were you feeling, Stuart, going in at half time?
I was feeling totally confident on Monday. Totally confident, 100% confident that I knew he was going to score there. It's like who did we play a couple of weeks ago when we gave away Palace when I went to Palace? You had that feeling that we'd lost because we should have won. I know Barca had 60% possession, but we had 16 chances. We should have won there. Every time we came forward, we looked like we were going to score a goal. I was a bit gutted that Garnacho didn't come on a bit earlier, but there you go.
We're going to go to the second half now, Brush. Now, in the 47th minute, Sancho back post. He missed a chance with his left foot. There was a good move. We played really good football from defence to attack. And then Wan-Bissaka got played in by Bruno with the overlap. He crosses it and goes to the back post. And Sancho was there and he laced it with his left foot, but it just went wide. I mean, that was a good chance, don't you think?
Yeah, it was a brilliant chance created. He took it first time, didn't he? He perhaps could have taken an extra touch. Probably had a bit more time than he realised. But again, with Jadon, he's just come back into this fold and it's going to take him a while to get up to speed.
United really surprised me with the energy. Ten Hag has the fittest team, and needed to be given a raise. Yeah, because didn't make many subs. That's from Eddie Football Waffle. Go and check out his thing. So obviously we're playing, and then they scored, not through breaking us down like the old Barca way. They scored from a corner, back post, and I think Fred was at fault. That was Fred's man. Didn't go with him. Obviously, he's much taller, Alonso, but back post header. I mean, come on, Stuart. Shouldn't we really be clearing that?
Yeah, but why is Fred defending at the back post? It shouldn't be happening, should it?
Where would you put Fred then?
Well, on the edge of the box, waiting for the scraps when it comes out.
Especially with his energy as well, because if we get possession, you need a runner with an engine like Fred to move the ball up the field.
Exactly. I mean, everyone's blaming Fred for the goal, but it's he's one of the smallest players on the pitch.
It's a mismatch, and it was really unfortunate that goal, Omondi, because it came against the runner play. I felt.
Oh yeah, for sure. But they didn't play through us. This is what I'm happy about. They couldn't break us down in open play. But come on, let's talk about Fred here. Come on, even if you got your body in the way or you go with your man, it's like you still put a man off with that. No matter if he
Yeah.
might be like a foot taller than you or whatever, but you can still do a bit more than that to sort of stop him getting the header on. I don't know.
You absolutely can, but you need to have that dog in you. If it was a Martinez or even a Malacia, I don't think it would have happened.
And the game was back and forth at this point. So you were saying it's against the run of play, but you want to go back in this goal because we had a chance, and then their goalkeeper, who's right-footed, pinged the ball with his left. This is how they scored. Pinged the ball with his left foot for about 40 yards to the left back position or high up the pitch near the halfway line. And that's how they started their move. And I thought, wow, look at that. This guy can ping a ball left foot, right foot, just like Edison. And that's what started their move. So playing out from the back was key for Barca today. And they had the advantage on us, I believe, because we were a bit shaky with Varane and De Gea playing out from the back. Do you any thoughts on that, guys?
Brush.
I don't think it was the best performance by Varane, but we'll get into that when we go into the player ratings and that.
But playing out from the back is a big factor of the game these days, isn't it? And when we see a keeper like that who's top draw,
there is an emphasis on that these days. But obviously, you need the players for that as well, right?
Yeah. So that was they scored. We were like, oh my god, against the run of players. Brush was saying, and then Rashi, God, the goal. Oh my god. Listen, I'm going to go back. I don't know if you guys remember, but Brazil 1982, they're playing Italy in that famous game 3-2, and Socrates got played through against Dino Zoff and hit it on the near post, beat him on the near post, just like Rashford did there. It was a turnover there, transition. The ball's played up to the centre back. He played it into midfield. Fred turned. So much time and space. This is like not the Prem. I don't think they can believe how much time and space they get in. Fred turned and played a lovely weighted pass into Rashford, who had a touch and then done a Socrates against Dino Zoff, hit it in the near post and surprised the keeper. Talk to me.
He just oozes confidence at the moment, doesn't he? So even on that side, historically, I've not liked seeing him there on the right, but this season, anything's possible under tenor.
I mean, Bilal saying here, in the world right now, Rashford and Mbappe and Haaland. I mean, wow, who would have thought that we'd be getting this sort of output from Rashford? He's looking so dangerous.
Well, you think, Amondi, sorry, when you think last season, towards the end of last season, even the start of this season, the amount of abuse Rashford was getting was incredible, and the way he's come on, it's Roy the Rover stuff, to be honest. It really
and
is.
It just goes to show, doesn't it, Stu, what difference a proper coach can make to a player.
Exactly, Brush. 100%, mate. 100%. Incredible. And
he's completely built him up again from the ground up. Confidence-wise, in the summer as well, we saw all the pictures coming out of him just training in the gym, putting all the hard work in, and it's paid off.
But I'm not just saying this, but on current form, he is the best striker. Well, he's not even an out-and-out striker, is he? He's not a number 9. But on current form, the goals he's getting, he's one of the best in Europe, if not the world.
So we've gone to 1-1 now after they scored first. And the confidence. I was thinking, oh God, here we go. It's just going to be against us today, because I thought the ref was against us as well. We get into
hell yeah.
Terrible. Going that now. Should we talk about that now? About the ref. Do you think it's pressure? Listen. Here's my question to you two. Do you think it's corruption, or do you think there's actual pressure when you're in the new camp and all these whistles and you look around you? You think, oh my God.
I think there's most definitely a home team bias, especially in a stadium like that as well. But he was definitely the 12th man for them.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. When Rashford got sent through and he got pushed over at the edge of the box, it was a foul. And they went straight to the other end, got a free kick, which was not even as bad as Rashford's.
Yeah.
It's
But the thing is, Rashford beat his man with a bit of a savvy.
Slowed
it up, and then pushed and went again, and he got in front of him. And if you're getting brought down like that, that's a foul, no question about it.
Of course it is.
So why do you think you didn't give it then, Stuart? What factors are in place here?
Well, new camp. Same as a lot of people. Same as a lot of people says, "Oh, Old Trafford, we get." It's the same. It's the same for a lot of home teams, a lot of the big boys. But there's that pressure. You've got 90,000, Catalonians screaming in your ear. There is that pressure for the refs.
So you're not calling corruption here. You're just saying that the pressure sometimes you want to be favourable, so you can get another big.
Yeah, I think the referees just side with caution when it comes to these kind of games, don't they?
Yeah. Right. I just think, you're through on goal, because after the game, our manager, who looks like you, Stuart, said that he felt that the referee. He actually came out and said, no, the referee was basically disgusting, and it could have been a red card because it was the last.
Terrible.
I mean,
yeah,
and
100%.
I think, you think the ref knew then if he would have given the foul, he would have had to give a red. Do you think that's part of it, guys?
Yeah, 100%. But
Okay.
then VAR involved. So I don't know, Monday. Your guess is as good as mine.
So, Brush, shouldn't VAR intervene and say that was a mistake, referee? Put something in his ear, that was a foul. Shouldn't they do that? Is that an issue?
Absolutely, it should be used better. But I think, when they go unchecked by the referees, VAR doesn't come into play, does it?
Yeah. Okay, so in the 53rd minute, Varane intercepted the ball like deep because the guy dragged off him. I think it was Gavi dropped off him, and the ball, they tried to play it to him. Varane beat him to the ball, and we got a little chance from that. So big up to Varane for that. Bruno was sprinting back for Jordi Alba. Obviously, Bruno's playing right wing or right-sided attacking playmaker or advanced playmaker, and he had to get back. He put in a full sprint, not a three-quarter sprint. He got back for Alba and really showed a lot of desire there. I mean, Bruno was, putting the work in. Do you like Bruno, Stuart?
Oh, I love Bruno. Always loved him.
And Brush, are you a fan of Bruno when you see things like that?
When he does stuff like that, I don't mind him. No, there's just things to his game that I'd like him to adjust, but it's something that the coach can work with.
Talk to me. What do you mean? I mean, where are you going with this, Brush? What do you mean?
Oh, just historically, like certain things he does, like certain hero balls and certain things he can just adjust in his game. Like if he just simplified things, it would just be better for the team overall. Right. But apart from that, work rate and everything else, I can't really question it.
Look, here we go with a goal now. I mean, on the 58th minute, we're 1-0 down. We go to 1-0. 58th minute, we've got a corner, and this is about mixing it up. It was Luke Shaw and Rashford demanded the ball. He said, no, give it short, because he was feeling confident, and he just drove at the guy. Luke Shaw gave it to him short. Luke Shaw gave the decoy run, and Rashford just drove at the guy down sort of on the long goal line and squared it, and we scored from that. It was a bit of a shambles in the box from the defender, whatever. But that's a dangerous ball, isn't it? I mean, Rashford just drive. He must have had so much confidence. Say, just give me the blood clot ball. It's showtime. I've got to take it to the bridge. James Brown's like, I love that about that. I think Rashford's when the confidence like that is amazing. Can we talk about that goal, man? Because come on, it's not like a set play. He's like, no, you have to be. Sometimes I think footballers are drilled time and time again. Right, any set piece, you're going to do this drill, the set piece. He must have realised, right, I'm on this. Forget that. Forget what the manager says. Give me the effing ball. I'm on it. Don't you reckon, guys? That's something. Come on, talk.
The hunger and desire that man's got at the moment is unbelievable. Like you say, OMONDI, give me the ball and I'll put it in the back of the net. And that's what he's doing. Incredible. He's got so much desire, hunger. Such a change in like 6 to 8 months. What he's doing now is unbelievable.
Absolutely.
Long may it continue. Can you imagine, guys? If no offense to Weghorst, because I think he's doing such a good job at United. Anyone can slag him off. He's not scoring goals, whatever. As long as Rashford keeps scoring, the team keeps performing, we'll be fine. But if we get an out-and-out striker, number 9, I mean, God, we are going to be challenging for the major honours in no time. Well, we are now, to be honest, aren't we?
Talk to me about character, Brush. I mean, what does it take for him to sort of go against the drilled corner or whatever, or the thing, and do something like that and say, I'm on it, man. I'm on it.
Again, it just speaks to the fact that he's oozing with confidence. And I don't think the manager will mind too much, if that's the end result. Yeah. And I'm sure that's going to pass on to the other players around him as well. So that can only be a good thing.
Oh, man. So we're 2-1 up. At this point, it's like 2-1 up, come up to 60th minute. Can we just rest here, calm down a bit, guys? Do you think, because he didn't make us up till late, really, do you think being 2-1 up, the manager could have done something different there and said, right, I'm going to get a result here, make sure we get a win?
At 2-1, I thought we were very much on the ascendancy. And I was a bit annoyed, actually, as the game went on that we weren't seeing changes. But then again, it's one of those things, it's easy for me to say as a fan, but retrospectively, you have to deep that it's a 2-legged European tie. So maybe the manager was looking at the bigger picture. But I definitely thought, I think Stu touched on it. I definitely would have liked to have seen us change a bit earlier. Garnacho coming on, or maybe even Pelestri. I was surprised that Weghorst stayed on for the entire game.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the last several games, guys. It's got to sort of like the 55th minute to the hour mark, and he's always took Weghorst on and brought Garnacho on, or Pelestri, whatever.
I just thought, Stu, that they were there for the taking, mate. I thought if we just put some pace on and proper hit him, stick Rashford down the middle, say put Pelestri on the right, or bring Garnacho on.
100%.
I thought we really could have stuck it to him.
I mean, with so much space, we're 2-1 up now. With so much space, 25 watching, right? We're coming to the comments very soon. But big up all you guys. Make sure you press the like button because we're talking about a wonderful game of football here. So we're 2-1 up, and then we had that penalty shout when Rashford got played in. Do you think that's to do with Barcelona having to take a risk now and leaving space, play a higher line, leave that space in behind? Because it was like a direct ball by Bruno to play him in, and he was brought down clearly, whether it's in the box or outside the box, with a red card. I mean, at that point, do you see? Because you were saying about making a change, but we were always going to have the option of playing it in behind because they were going to have to get back in the game. Stuart.
Yeah, 100% I'm on it. But like I said, at 2-1, we can all pretend to be managers, whatever, because we're just fans at the end of the day. But at 2-1, I would have brought Garnacho on because his space. Let's face it, Barcelona's back four is not like it was years ago, since the days of PK and all that lot. Daniel Alves, blah blah blah. Their back line is there for the taking. So hopefully next week we can do something about that.
Okay, he's got Socrates in the house. He's a Barcelona fan. Great to have you on board, man. He's saying, by the way, we were robbed. That was a clear penalty from Fred with the handball, possibly. You're saying, but we had a penalty shout or a red card shout as well. No doubt about it. I want to say to Malacia, he's done really well today. Up against Rafinha, who's really direct and drives a lot. He made a good recovery tackle on him. Rafinha dropped his shoulder and went. And Malacia, quick leg, got down and got the tackle on him. And then minutes later, he got nutsed and took a yellow card. It just shows what a great game it was, isn't it? Fred drives forward from deep with the transition, and Gabby pulls his shirt back. You were saying that earlier, Brush, about Fred on corners. We were deep in our half. When the ball got played out, Fred just drove, and Gabby's like, oh, man, I can't go with this guy. He had to pull him back by the shirt. Come on, man.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It's like one of those things you see in cartoons. The way he was holding on to it.
and the leg's still going while his shirt's being held up. Brilliant. We're going to go through player performance very soon. I'm just going to go through the comments as well. And Casemiro didn't clear the ball, and it doesn't clear the ball when we were trying to play out. And they read the play, and they got a goal from it. I think we were trying to play out, weren't we? This is on the 75th minute. Casemiro thought he's going to get a 1-2 off Luke Shaw, I think, and ended up playing a bit too heavy. And then they got the ball, and we're a bit out of shape. And then suddenly they just whipped it into Lewandowski and didn't really get a touch, and they've scored again. I mean, would you blame Casemiro for that goal, guys? For not playing, trying to play out?
Possibly. I wouldn't say I blame him, but yeah.
With a player of his experience, I think he could have done better in it.
Yeah,
we might be being a bit harsh, but it's only because we rate him so highly. I thought the rest of the game he was superb.
Oh, Casemiro was outstanding.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go through some comments. Stop me. I want you to interrupt me if you want to sort of bounce on something here that's being said. And just keep you reminded, Socrates is a Barcelona fan, so it's great to have him on. Danish saying referee man of the match. Fox is saying here Sancho looks brighter, more confident, but we need to start seeing a bit more incisiveness and directness from him. I want to say hi to Scott Harrison. How you doing? Sorry, Hutchinson. I'm picking out a boxer, the old Scottish boxer. Scott Hutchinson. Glazers want 5 billion. I think they would get that. It makes you mad. There's so much going on with the club at the moment, isn't there? We're here to talk about the game now. Fred says, Eddie saying Fred grew into the game after a few shaky moments. Big up to him. So a lot of positives here about that. Just coming down a couple more here. I want to say hi to Brian M. He said, if Bruno's not hitting those hero balls, we lose half his creativity. Do you want to respond to that one, Brush?
I mean, there's a time and place for the hero balls in tight games where it's, I think it's quite dangerous to do. It's if you've got a comfortable lead and you're trying those things, I don't think anybody has a problem with it.
Okay, we're coming to some really comments I want you to respond to, Stuart. Zoe's saying here, if we do go further in all 4 tournaments and maybe win 1 or 2, Rashford will have to score 30 plus goals. Unfortunately, the burden is his. He's currently playing Rooney levels. Do you agree with that?
Oh, possibly. I don't think there's any burden on him. I mean, what's he on now? 22 goals, I think, this season. He's going to smash 30. He's going to smash 30 goals this season.
I think we're all pleasantly surprised by the numbers that Rashi's putting up this year.
Yeah,
especially in the summer, we weren't sure where we were going to go with him. So everything he does now is just a bonus, I always felt that the goals in this team are coming from the system. Obviously, he's played a big part in it, but without him, I think, he's going to have to get spread around the squad.
Socrates is a Barcelona fan and a regular here in the Man United agenda. Nice to see you, Socrates. He's saying, I didn't appreciate meaning Barcelona's game at all. And with injuries we've got, sadly, you're going through. What about our injuries? Have we got injuries as well? Is there an argument there to say we're not playing our best team, guys?
Well, got Eriksen out, Anthony, they both would have started tonight, wouldn't they? Obviously, Lisandro Martinez is suspended.
Yep.
Sabitzer. So, yeah, we've got...
I'll tell you what, it's good. It's looking good for the second leg.
Yeah, 100% Brush.
I want to say hi to Michael Hill. He says, Jesus, Ten Hag must have hurried back to get on here. Big up. Yes, he is. I want to say hi to my brother. It's my brother Zico. He watches the game. He says Rashford is doing really well, but I would like to see us sign a number 9 or Vic. Well, tell us about the game. Talk to me about the game. I don't want to hear about transfer stuff and gossip like that. 24 watching. Press the like button. That's coming straight from headquarters, the boss. And that's our very own Solo. He done a show earlier. Go and check that out. Zoe Media House saying, I can't wait to see Casemiro Sabitzer together with Fred. Drop Bruno. Do you want to challenge that one, guys, against Zoe?
No chance. Not dropping Bruno for no one. Sorry, Zoe, but no, you can't drop Bruno.
Great effort from the lads tonight, says MUFC. I was really expecting Garnacho to enter earlier, says MUFC realist. Put Rash in the middle and kill the game with 3-1. But as you say, we are not the gaffer. Yeah, most certainly. Emma's saying, I say to annoy Gavi, he's so aggressive, he could have got a red card as well. Not at home, surely not. Rashford man of the match for me. We're going to come on to that. Obviously, so it's 2-2. Game finishes. Direct play from Barca. This is not the Barca we expect. There's a couple of times they played a long ball direct and they had a chance for it. I think it was a poor header from Shaw and Rafinha was on his back and Rafinha jumped in. And do you remember that? When big high kick, Shaw didn't read it properly. He tried to header it and then Rafinha got the second ball and nearly scored from that as well. But overall, we finished the game with a lovely 2-2 performance. And look at the fans. I mean, look at us. We're really buzzing about that. Anything to add about the performance, guys, before we go on to the next thing, which are player ratings?
The last 10 minutes of Monday, I don't know about you guys, but I was proper stressed out. I thought we made it a bit more difficult than it needed to be. It was proper pinball stuff. Shout out to De Gea as well. You made a lovely save towards the end there.
We'll come to player ratings. Stuart, anything to add? Because I've got a few
why do you think, Monday? I've lost all my hair. All these give it a few years, and you'll be losing yours as well.
Games like that, most certainly. I agree with you guys. The last 10 minutes, the crowd was up because of it's 2-2, and they really wanted them to go. Casemiro hit the post. I mean, there was a bit of a scramble in the box. He tried to clear it, and he actually hit the post, didn't he? That was dodgy. De Gea saves point blank from Sfati, who came on at that point. 16 attempts for each side, which is shows what a wonderful game it was. And back post clearance from Malacia in the 93rd minute, which is to wrap it off.
And when Cass got the yellow as well, that was also concerning for me. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Big shout to Malacia as well.
We're coming to the player ratings, guys. Follow with us, guys. Follow with us. Player ratings. Now, 5 for me is average. Think about the stadium. Think about the moment. Think about how big this game was. And think about how people performed. And let's just go into this. And let's be measured here. Goalkeeper and defence. I'm going to say goalkeeper had some point-blank saves, but his kicking wasn't up to scratch, in my opinion, which we were a bit struggling with a bit in the first half to play out. But we keep working at it. It is improving slightly, but it's difficult to play out against Barcelona like that. And we with Varane and Luke Shaw, Martinez is really assured in the ball. But defence-wise, I think Wan-Bissaka was outstanding. I'm going to give him an 8 today. Left back was outstanding. I'm giving him an 8 as well because he was getting in people's face. We were so narrow. Whenever they split the play and spread the play, we had to get over there. And Balasia and Wan-Bissaka did play to their strengths and got in people's faces and said, "Do you want to take me on? Go for it." So the 2 centre backs, I think Varane was poor. I'm going to give him a 4, and I think Luke Shaw, I'll give him a 5 or 6. Guys, talk to me. Defence and the goalkeeper. Stuart, let's go.
Well, De Gea, it's the same with De Gea with his kicking, but his shot stopping. He plucked one out of the air later on a catch, unbelievable. So I'd give De Gea at least an 8 out of 10.
Yep.
I don't agree with Varane. I thought Varane was outstanding tonight. I'd give him at least a 7. Shaw a 7. Malacia and Wan-Bissaka were the best 2 in defence. I think fullbacks. They get an 8 all day long on Monday. Malacia is a great signing. Great signing.
For sure. He was lovely today. Brush, talk to him about the defence and goalkeeper because we've got loads of people chipping in right now.
Yeah, no, I think you summed it up nicely with De Gea. But like Stu said, yeah, unbelievable reflexes, coming in clutch right at the end there. I would give him at least a 7. The fullbacks out of the back four are the ones that stood out to me. So all credit to Malacia and Wan-Bissaka, who I was very impressed with. The centre backs, I mean, it's probably because I expect more from Varane.
Yeah.
I don't think he was exceptional today. I'd probably give it about a 6. Shaw came in makeshift, did what he could, looked all right. Probably the same.
The reason I gave Varane low scores, a couple of times we could have switched the play, and he knew he didn't have it in the locker. There was a couple of times Garnacho was free later on the game, and or whoever was on the left or right, he could have switched it, but he just does the same thing, plays it simple, and then that's how you get caught up in trap.
I think he's more assured with Martinez next to him.
Yeah.
Right. But he hasn't got that. I don't think he's got that in the locker where he can spray a ball when it's on. It was on so many times. Spray it. And there's one time he played a dink ball, a straight ball in behind a little bit, and that went through. And I thought, okay, fair enough. You've got to be able to ping these balls. And the game, when he's pinging these balls, they're flighted balls, so it gives the opposition time to get there before. And other guys ping the ball low and hard, and it gets to the target easier. That's just my thing with the game.
See, OMONDI. Say what you want about Harry Maguire, and I'm not Harry Maguire's biggest fan, as you know, but he can ping a 60, 70-yard ball.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and this isn't an agenda by us on that. I'm just saying what I see. Let's go to midfield today because I'm sure guys are buzzing. Guys in the comments, midfield. I appreciate all the comments about the guys. We've got Sancho getting a 6 and Wan-Bissaka getting a 7. I feel you got higher than that. But anyway, midfield now. Let's talk about Casemiro and Fred and Weghorst. All right, Weghorst, Casemiro, Fred, Rashford, Sancho, and Bruno. I'm going to go Fred. I thought I'd give him a 7 today. He does what you expect, where he's set up the goal, obviously, for Rashford. That was a nice pass, and he showed a lot of energy getting around the pitch. But that's what you expect. You're supposed to do that. Just lacking a bit of quality, I think. And but 7 for me is good for Fred. Good score. Casemiro, I'm going to give him a 6. I thought he was outstanding, but he gave the ball away for the goal. And I thought that even though he hit the post as well, but on the ball, very composed. There's a moment before he hit the post where he was caught in the corner, and usually you just crash it out and Barcelona turn over the ball and recycle it. But he played it off the man and got a goal kick out of it, and he's smiling there. He knew he'd done well, and he got a few chest high fives from Varane for that. Sancho coming back into form, I'll give him a 6. When he's sharp, I think one-on-one situations where like he was squaring up guys, dangerous. Weghorst coming deeper. Offers you outlet with the height and all that kind of thing. Had a great chance to score. I'll give him a 5 based on that. And he's doing something. He put a lot of work in, like you say. 5 is average. And finally, Bruno, I thought he was outstanding today. I'll give him an 8. He was up and down everywhere. He was the guy who made us tick, and he gave us a bit of quality as well in the final third. I thought Bruno worked hard. You can be talented like that and work hard. That's like Fred, for example. He works hard. Give him props. Bruno works hard and he's talented, so he gets better. He's a better player for me. That's my midfield. Stuart, over to you.
Yeah, the same. I mean, again, I've never been Fred's biggest fan, but he's been incredible. His work rate is unbelievable. He does so much off the ball. He's not the greatest footballer, but his work rate is incredible. So Fred, even Weghorst and Sancho, I'll probably give a 7. Bruno, I'll give an 8, as you said, OMONDI. Outstanding again, but Casemiro gets a 11 out of 10 for me. I love him, absolutely love him. He's one man that's changed this side since he's come in. So I'll give Casemiro 11 out of 10 every game on day. I absolutely love him. He's made of stone. Love him.
Have you missed someone? And you got Sancho, Weghorst,
Fred, Bruno, and Casemiro.
Okay, that's 5, is it? Okay. As long as you've covered everyone, it's up to you. Brush, I'm calling you Bruno Brush.
Yeah.
All right, including the midfield, including Weghorst, please.
Yeah, for the most part, I agree with you. For Fred, I thought he had a shaky start and he grew into the game. I'm happy with a 7. Your Casemiro score, I'm quite shocked by. I thought he was brilliant. I'd give him a solid 8 today. I know the things you mentioned about giving the ball away and hitting the post, but that aside, he makes such a difference to our midfield. It's a pleasure to watch him there. We should have signed him 5 years ago. That's all I can say about him. Yeah, and then that's why I had a heart attack as well when he picked up the yellow. I was like, oh no, please don't get booked again. Bruno was all right. I'll probably give him either a 6 or 7 for him. Weghorst, probably a 5. Sancho 6. Is that everyone? I think that's
Yeah, that's
everyone.
everyone.
Five,
Right now,
five for Veghorst, Brush. Really?
Yeah.
I disagree with that. But there you go.
I answer
I
to
thought-
Stuart, Brush. You have to answer to Stuart now. Come on.
Just in the second half, I just thought if there was one player that I would take off to make a change, it would have been him that I sacrificed.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that, Brush. I agree with that. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He has his uses, but in today's game, I just thought some of it just went past him in the second half.
What I don't get is why are we not utilising his height? Why are we not getting him in the box?
Oh, mate, listen, like what? It shocked me a couple of weeks ago. We've been playing crosses when he's off the pitch, and then when he's on, we don't play any crosses into him.
You think of the days, if we had Giggsy and Beckham going down the left and the right, and Veghorst in the middle, we'd be winning 4-5-0 every game.
Yeah.
MEFC says Veghorst gets a 4. Just going to go through a few scores. 8.2. No points. It's either 8 or 9. It's closer to an 8, so I'll give you an 8. This is all MEFC. 7.5. Oh, no. What? 7.5? I said 8. All right. No points, please. No point. For Bruno. De Gea got an 8 from the boss man, Sola. De Gea got 7 from MEFC. 8.5 says Zoe Mediahouse for the goalkeeper. 6.1. That's more like my score for Varane. And we got Shaw for 7.1. Really good. I mean, playing that position is really, he's not really a centre back. Give the whole team a 10. We didn't lose. A lot of people thought Barca would just run through us for sure, says Emma. 7.1 for Shaw, MEFC. You say Casemiro 8.2. That's more like your score there, close to 11, isn't it, boss man? Zoe's saying, I thought Varane was class with Casemiro, both getting 8. And here we go. Colin saying 8 for De Gea, Varane 7, Shaw 7, Malacia 8, 2 8s with the fullback. We agree with you. Ten Hag gets man of the match, says Zoe, and Media House as well. 5 for Fred, 10 for Veghorst, 4.1. Here we go. Look, let's have a look at these scores. Look at these scores. All right, guys, we're moving on. Rashford for me. This today was a statement to the world on the biggest stage. You played at Nou Camp. You only played there a few times in your career, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
I think he showed today that he means business. And I think for that improvisation, getting this corner, and for scoring his goal, he did fluff a chance towards the end, but he was a threat, and he knew he was a threat. He knew that. You know what? Sometimes when you're that good a player, you can hear the defense talking. Cover me. That puts fear, and you think, that's about me. That's about me. Or you hear the defender breathing. Try not to breathe too heavy when he's been on a run with you. And you think, all right, I've got these guys. So for that improvisation, I'm giving Rashford a 9. And he's my man in the match as well. I know he'd save it to the end, but he's my man in the match. Garnacho came on, done all right. Other players came on. But I'm giving Rashford a 9. Improvisation, aware of his stature now that he's got fear in the thing. He's finished it in a lovely goal like Socrates 82 against Italy. And I just think all round, he knew he was a threat and he exploited them because of that. Rashford, man of the match, 9 for me. And I don't give out 9s that too easy. You two, please, Rashford.
Yeah, Rashford, man of the match for me, 9 out of 10 as well, Monday. Okay.
Talk to me. What's going on with him?
It's just his all-round play. I mean, like I said, his energy, his wing play, everything, the way he drives at defenders now, it's just the confidence is there, and it's all down to one man, my twin, Mr. Ten Hag.
Brush, talk to you about Rashford. I mean, do you give scores of 10 quite easily? Or
no, the 10 thing, that's very rare. But I'm with you, solid 9 for all the reasons that you mentioned. And shout out to Ten Hag as well. Not just Rashford, like he's building a culture in that dressing room, which is going to see us have sustainable long-term success.
So if we're making an ingredients tonight of a tapas or a paella or something, what sort of players? They name 5 ingredients players that you would put in to this side to say that how good we are. If I put a bit of Casemiro in midfield. I'd put a bit of Malacia and Wan-Bissaka, a bit of Rashford and a bit of Bruno, and that would spice up things nicely for the home leg, and hopefully we get some players back as well. Making a tapas or paella, what sort of players really stand out for you today, you two?
Yeah, you probably touched on them just now.
No one else? Sorry, I should go first.
Even a bit of Fred in there, Mondi.
Oh, a little bit of
Tony, I
Fred.
would love that.
Listen, the one bit of seasoning I'm looking forward to coming back next week is Lissandro Martinez.
Oh God, yeah.
100%.
That'd be the hot sauce.
With Martinez back in there and Shaw
That's the
out
hot
on the
sauce.
left, whipping balls into the box. Yeah, it's looking good.
Guys in the chat as well. Any kind of like, is there any fear that we could get too complacent? Anything you've seen from
You
Barcelona?
always have to guard against complacency. Nothing
Right.
is given to you. So, you have to respect teams, but also take it to them.
Right.
Ten Hag's not going to allow that in the United dressing room.
Yeah. The only concern I have really is that, the amount of games we've got coming up is ridiculous. So, again,
that's true.
Doesn't that keep you sharp? Doesn't that keep you sharp?
It does if you've got a big squad. But, we can't really afford any suspensions or injuries or anything. So, yeah, you got to be a bit cautious as well. And even Leicester, they just slapped Spurs 4-1, who the week before beat Man City. So, it's anyone's game. You can't predict anything in this league.
This guy, because all summer we were touted to get him. What do you think about De Jong today? Do you see anything in his game?
Do you know what, Amondi? I've never rated the fella. And I'm glad we didn't get him. Just touch what Emma Kay just said there. Yeah, he's average. Is he much better than Donny van der Beek? I didn't see nothing tonight to say that he should be a United player. So there you go. Don't want him. Don't need him. Stay in Barca.
Are you going to be that shrewd, Brush, about?
Listen, it was an absolute fiasco last summer, wasn't it? I'm not going to be that harsh. I do think he's a quality player, and the thought of a proper ball progressor next to Casemiro does excite me. Now, is that Frankie or somebody else? I don't know, but I'm going to wait till the summer before we get into the transfer circus.
All right, guys. Arsenal played yesterday or the day before, and they lost to City. That was a massive game in the title race. We're in it. We're sniffing around. I want to say big up. Everyone give a wave, and everyone say hi to Gunnar Gumza. Sorry. He runs the Arsenal TV. That's what do you call it? The Armory, of course. He said didn't watch the game, but a good result away from home. So thank you very much. And I've got enough respect for him, tactical genius and a good coach as well. I want to say hi to Judy Sports. Lads, did you see Sky's news earlier? Just report that Qatar will bid $5 billion. I always say million, but it's billion, isn't it? Column saying Rashford is the waggy steak, Bruno and Casemiro are the steak cut chips, Varane is red wine, and De Gea is a Jack Daniels and barbecue. I love that. That's comment of the day. Take your record.
That's good.
Really says no way Old Trafford this season, and the crowd is a 12th player. No complacency, just energy for sure. And final one, I'm going to give it to Zoe Media House. Casemiro craps of Frankie. Frankie with an E, isn't it? Wow. Just before we go, I just added this. For the Premier League versus La Liga, I think the Premier League very competitive. That's what keeps us sharp. When we played against the best of the league, they're top of the league right now. We could go there, and there was a stat earlier. Only Bayern Munich could beat them at their ground this year. They had a good home record. It's not like previous years, is it? And they played a lot of direct balls. They're really sort of not as good as probably we think they are, even though they're a very good team for sure. But do you think the Premier League is now taken over completely? Can we compare leagues, please? Premier League, how good is it?
But there's no comparison, Monday. I mean, you look at the Premiership. There's probably 7 or 8 teams challenging for that top 4. I mean, you look at La Liga. You've got Barca, obviously Real Madrid, Atletico, Villarreal. Then you've got the likes of Sociedad. But after that, there's no comparison. The same as in Italy, to be honest.
Last over to you, Brush. We're going to sign off with you.
It's night and day, Amondi, when it comes to the finances of the Premier League versus everywhere else. And after Barca and Real Madrid, there's a big drop off there. Okay.
Box agrees with you. Said the Premier League's got the money now, so there you go. But I think we were more than ready for them. We matched them, and even though we're not even top of our league, we were up there. And I expect a lot of teams, like Arsenal, City, and other teams to put it on them as well. So what a result! What a game! Is that as good as the 2-2-99?
No, wasn't it 3-3 there last time? Was that the one where York and Cole linked up?
Yeah. We played them twice in the group stages, 2-2 and a 3-3, I think.
Yeah.
So Old Trafford, 3-3.
Yeah, 3-3 at the Nou Camp. We ran dogged by Sonny Anderson.
Yeah, that's it. Sonny Anderson.
Yeah.
That's it.
And Rivaldo, wasn't it? Rivaldo scored a couple of free kick. Schmeichel left grounded.
Oh, what a player he was.
Yeah. Anyway, luckily they haven't got Schmeichel. They got Rafinha, and we can manage him. Well, give Malacia. Give him to Malacia. He manage him. Bite him up. Anyway, guys, last words. We're going to sign out now. Would appreciate everyone who came in, who enjoyed the game. You come to talk about it with us at the Man United Agenda. Big up to Brush. Big up to Stuart. Brush, where can we find you, mate?
You can find me here as a reoccurring guest. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter at Brushy87, all capitals. Aside from that, I'm just about. So you'll catch me in and around the United communities, usually in the comments or on the occasional stream.
Really appreciate you coming on, man. We love you having you on the show. And we also love having you on, Stuart. It's been a while. Look at your flag behind you. You came to represent. You got your tracksuit on as well. People do think you're the manager. But unfortunately, yeah. But I hope you're doing well, bro. Where can we find you?
I'm on Facebook, obviously Stuart Marshall, and Instagram, Red Devil Stew 75. And you can find me. And on the agenda, I'm obviously an admin on the page on Facebook, so I do a lot of work on there, guys. So yeah, all good. And obviously, just to let you know, got my ticket for Wembley today on Monday.
How much? Well, I'm not going to ask, but wow, they're like gold dust.
Face value.
If you're in the area, come and see us, please.
Yeah, 100%.
Make sure we chat afterwards anyway. But yeah, come and see us, and I'll feed you. Brush, big up, man. We go signing out. Thanks for everyone in the comments. Been Man United Agenda. It's been a great day, and hopefully it's good news as well about the selling of the club. So keep your ears to the ground and keep tuning into Man United Agenda. We'll be back very soon. Later.
Take care.